Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I have this bright yellow look for you all. So if you like to see how I achieve today's look, then keep on watching and make sure that you like, comment, and you subscribe. So today I'm using the Electric Dreams Neon Shadow Palette from Makeup Revolution, and I'm starting out with the palest shade in the palette for my transition. I did tap into this shade multiple times because I wanted to pick up more pigmentation, but it's very pale, so it wasn't picking up a lot of color for me, which was completely fine because I put on a brighter shade of yellow in the palette on top, so it worked out pretty fine. Then taking this mustard yellow shade, it's on the same row as the transition color, I placed that right on top and started to blend it. Now with this palette you do get a lot of fallout and kickback, so if you don't like that, if you don't like the extra mess, then that'll probably be a con for you. But me, I don't really mind. So the pigmentation was there, so I am very satisfied. And again, I did tap into this shade multiple times because I wanted this look to be bright. I know I did a yellow look for last month color of the month video, but when I saw this on the Revolution website, I said, oh, I need to pick this up because yellow is really it. Yellow is a summer color, so 10 out of 10 would recommend this palette for me. So fun fact, while I was doing my makeup, I was watching The Old Guard on Netflix, and if you haven't seen it already, please tune into it. It is so spicy and it had my attention, okay? So the next color that I'm using is this orange shade. It's on the third row in the middle, and I use that on the outside corner, and I started to blend it in just a tad. I did decide that I wanted to cut my crease, so I wanted to make sure that this orange is showing up enough but not overpowering the yellow. Going back in with that previous yellow shade, I'm just going back over it to make sure that that color wasn't lost, and to blend out that orange. Like I said, I don't want it to be too overpowering. So then I went in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fierce to cut my crease. Then I took that orange shade again to blend out the edge of the end. Now, one thing that I made a mistake on when I was doing my left eye, I put way too much concealer on my lid and I didn't blend it out as well as I could have, like I did on my right hand side, which you will see later. So the colors were just a tad bit off, just a smidgen. So yeah, when you do your cut creases, make sure that you don't use too much product because the colors will be patchy, and make sure that you blend that out. Once again, I'm taking that same yellow shade to blend out that orange onto the lid. And like I said earlier, this pan does have a lot of kickbacks, so you saw all the colors flying, but like I said, it's not a big deal for me. Now this area with this yellow I was having issues with because it wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to be bright and it wasn't giving it to me. And then for the innermost corner, I used the lightest orange in the palette. It's the middle shade on the second row, and I just packed that on, and then I blended it towards the middle and towards the end. Then I'm going to repeat the same process. This time I took a little bit less of the concealer when I did my cut crease, and it made a big difference, and you guys will see that later on. Now see how pigmented this side was compared to the other side? That's how I know that I use the right amount of concealer when cutting my crease. So once again, use less concealer when cutting your crease to make sure that those colors are popping. Make sure that you blend it out as well so there'll be no patchiness and it will be as seamless as possible. As you can see, there's a big difference between both eyes, which is okay because makeup is a learning journey. So you're not going to get it perfect every time, and I want to show you guys that I do make mistakes, and I want to show you that. So I'm comfortable in my mistakes, but you know, I finesse things on this channel. So if you're new, I'm a finesser. And when things don't go as planned, you know, I kind of swerve it around just a little bit to make sure that it comes out pretty. Then I took my NYX Vivid Brights liner and Vivid Halo to give a nice crisp wing. If you know me, I love graphic liners. They just do something that a black liner can't do. I mean, a black liner is spicy and all, but a colored liner adds like 20 times more spiciness to a look. Getting into the face, I tried something different in this tutorial. So I took my highlighter shade and I put that on first, and then I did my concealer or my contour, and then I placed my foundation in between each shade. I wanted to try one of those trends that I saw on Instagram. And I will have all the products that I used for my base in the description box below, so you guys know which products that I used. And if you use me as a shade reference, you could go cop that foundation. When I first saw this trick, they did say that you'll save a lot of product. So since we're still in quarantine and the Ulta that is by me is still not open, I need to cut back on how much product that I used, and I am highly impressed with how this turned out. This might be my new go-to in doing my base routine. So once again, you already know what I'm about to say. 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend. But when I did see this trend, they used a sponge, but I wanted to see how it worked with a brush first. But next time I would definitely try out the sponge technique. took my sponge to make sure that everything is really blended together and there's no streak marks from the brush. For bronzer, I took the Mega Bronzer in 03 Medium from Makeup Revolution. This is my first time trying out this product, and I like it. Y'all know that I use the Winky Lux Coffee Bronzer, which is my go-to. I love that bronzer, but this one, they're kind of like neck and neck. Once again, I do apologize for looking off to the side. The Old Guards definitely had my attention. Like, that movie is really spicy. So, like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, go ahead on over to Netflix and watch The Old Guard. For blush, I took my handy dandy MakeupGeek in Summer Fling. And I did purchase new blushes, but that's coming in a different video, so sit tight. I took the highlighter Reloaded from Makeup Revolution in the shade Just My Type. First time using this and I love it. Look how wet it makes my face look. It gives me the right amount of glow that I like. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Then I took a nude eyeliner and I just placed it on the outer corner of my waterline. I didn't want to put it all the way on the full line because I didn't want my eyes to be too big. I just wanted the outside corner to pop more. For lashes, I took the DollarLashClub in the style Delilah, and I was kind of scared to use this lash because it was a little bit thick in the box, but when I put it on, it did what it had to do. Okay. So taking that orange shade and then the first yellow shade that I used, I popped those on the lower lash line and then I smoked it out just a tad. For my inner corner, I use the shimmer shade that is right below the transition color that I used, and I love it. I placed that one on first, and then there's a white shimmer shade in the palette that I used on top, and that definitely added some more spice to it. For lips, I took the Lingerie Push Up in the shade After Hours to outline. And then I took a liquid linen from BH Cosmetics in the style Karen. And then I used the NYX Butter Gloss and Fortune Cookie to top it off. And to set my face, I took the Maybelline Fix It Setting Spray and I patted it in with my handy dandy sponge. Here we have our finished look. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So if you're new, welcome. My name is Amir. I post every Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm all things beauty and fashion related here on YouTube. I would like to thank you all for tuning in, and I hope I get to see you guys in the next one. Bye.